Demon Slayer, Season 3, Episode 3, a sword from over 3,000 years ago. We got a lot to say. Let's hit the credits and get this going. Hey guys, right here from Geek Variants. Just want to say thank you, first of all, first and foremost, for 30,000 views over the last year. Appreciate y'all. Could have done it without you, the viewer. Be sure to hit like, dislike, and the lovely red subscribe button if you are interested in this style of content. We've covered everything from Star Wars, Marvel, DC, anime, you name it. We're here for you. But the creator, the man, the myth, the Marvel, your thoughts on this episode?
I mean, immediately getting to this episode, I already kind of knew where they were going. We got a sword from 300 years ago, and this is made of the finest steel. So it was like, okay, we're finally getting Tanjiro's new sword base, more or less, is this is where this guy's coming from. But the setup for this show was really, a really like calm lead up into chaos. Like immediately things just went left, and it was really good. So let's talk about the soft part first. We finally find out where Haganazuka, of course, hopefully I'm saying his name right, is back. He's been training. He's a lot stronger, buffer, and ready to go because he's been training so he can make a stronger sword. So a lot of swordsmiths that I've read about with that definitely feel like they channel their body into everything that they make. So him training his body definitely sets up for him to try to make a stronger sword and be more durable. And again, Tanjiro's been punishing these blades left and right, so definitely makes sense. Um, Genya, he's around. He's still as hostile as ever since Tanjiro broke his arm. So it's nice that we're getting a little bit more with him. So I feel like he's going to be the main assist, I guess, for this season. I guess for Tanjiro as opposed to Zenitsu and Inosuke. So that's definitely interesting. But with all that aside, this stuff kicks off, and you already know what's going on. So we get Gyoko. He's upper five,
He's
right?
upper, he's upper five.
Upper five, right? He comes in, he's just chilling, and apparently this is the information that he knew about that he didn't share beforehand. It was confirming where the swordsmith village was.
Which is a huge thing to take out.
That's massive because that's going to be a massive blow to the Demon Slayer core in a whole. So again, Yoko's there. He immediately kills Kanamori, which is the Miss Hashra's new swordsmith. So
Immediately.
like immediately murks him. And then it just goes into chaos. So you tell me from this part on, what was your thoughts on this?
This episode was just anarchy at its finest because it started off like it seemed like a normal day, and like imagine you just had PE class, everything's going normal, then all of a sudden Marine Corps just walks right in. Pardon my language, but this is literally what just happened. You're having a normal day, the Marine Corps shows up, everything just goes completely anarchistic to the nth degree. And all of a sudden, you have a giant hole in the building. You have a demon who went from the floor to the ceiling faster than a Hashira can swing a sword. Nezuko is fast enough to keep up with him still, which is still just crazy considering she hasn't been satiated by blood. If she was been drinking blood like regular demons, and she's keeping up with regular demons without, she could be doing some things.
She's keeping up with upper rank demons.
So we're having a lot of insane stuff go off. Genya, I honestly think he's voiced by the same voice actor who did Bakugo. You can hear the same level of anger if you watch the Japanese version, the original version of My Hero Academia, as we have for this channel. It sounds exactly same tone, same level of anger. I just want to make sure I get that correct, so I'm not quoting it as a direct character comparison. But Moichiro is the guy we need to be keeping an eye on. Because literally, you can tell based upon his stoic demeanor, doesn't care about nobody, cares about the mission, cares about the assignment, get things done at any and all cost. One talk with our boy Tanjiro and the friendship no jutsu. Now he's out here helping people.
All that changed all that change. He was so calculating the entire lead up to getting back to the fight because he got knocked out the fight, real quick. He's coming back. He wasn't like knocked out. He was just kind of, you know, departed from the fight, but he's coming back. And just that conversation he had with Tanjiro, it was something about the timing's great that triggered him. So I don't know that we're gonna get some backstory on that at some point, but that timing's
As to
great.
like why he's so
Yeah.
caught up on
So
that quote.
that triggered him, and then he said, "Whatever you do for others comes around to help you as well in the end," and that's what made him change course to go help out freaking
Right by.
the young swordsmith and really kind of get things going. So now it's like, okay, we've already got to change the direction for that, and that leaves Tanjiro and Genya to deal with
These
you know,
four.
the upper four. Who again? I saw the names Sakido and Karaku. So I don't know what his actual name is, but these are like the split forms of two. So and then they split even more as they get cut. So this is a heck of a demon power.
And they
That
all personify different
yeah
feelings and emotions because one was rage, one was joy, one was been sadness because we've seen that guy that he's the one who's just always been, oh no,
yeah.
what was me? And you're just like, jeez, man, get a
But
hold of
she's like
yourself. And then you see who he really is, and you're like, you can go back to that. I like that more. This is significantly more
yeah. It seems
dangerous.
like everyone was trapped in sadness. It seems like that's what that lump was on his head. I think that's where everybody was stored, so to speak. And as the head got cut off and stuff, things start releasing, and that's where we get again the bird like one, the one who's just all about rage, the one who's happy to be out in the fight, and it's just like okay, here they go, like they're going in, and it's written on their tongue. That's what I saw joy written on the tongue. So this is where it's really going to kick off, and then we've got Genya who shows up with what I can only assume
The
is
Demon Slayer shoddy.
gun, like he's got a nitrine shotgun.
Everyone's
So
got their own style, I guess.
yeah, in the way that the head blew off, those definitely look like they're slugs. They're just blasting through. So I'm assuming you got to have nitrine ammo accordingly to be able to get the stuff done. Because I don't know if just the gun itself will imbue power with enough to force
Probably in
it.
the bullets.
But
Probably in the bullets.
it's got to be the bullets that really stand out, and that's the interesting aspect because we've already seen that we don't have just swords. We've seen Tengen's blades and stuff, which are definitely different, and then we know that the Stone Hashira, he has something different that we just kind of visibly,
We saw a glance at it, but when you
glance at
really see that weapon,
but
yo,
yeah, that weapon's supposed to
yo,
be, more. So again, we got some definitely variations on some nitrine abilities that are really going to pop off here. So this is like our first real taste of it right now. So I'm hyped. This stuff, I'm hyped. Like this episode kick. This is episode 3, and it's already kicked off with a bang.
yeah, we got
So
9 more episodes to go, and this is where
the
we're
rest of the season
starting.
is going to be on point. So this is going to be a fight from 3 to 12. It's going to be a fight, which is how I like Demon Slayer. Like they get to the, hey, this was going on. Here's the setup. Let's like that. And now we know you want to see the fight. Here's the fight, and it's about to go in. So I'm excited.
Tanjiro is about to go through the growth spurt of growth spurts, trial by fire, which is something you might know a little bit about. But for those of you who know what we are about, be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button. I don't have anything else for you. I'm excited for next week. I'm happy this episode was so good. We'll see you in the next episode. Still can't believe I swore. Embarrassing.